All right, guys, so here we go. This is my little co-host.
Haley.
This is Haley. This is the daughter I've been
The
talking
daughter.
about. The daughter, the one and only daughter. So here we are going to talk fitness. We're going to talk about what life is like with a fit mom and a fit family. So we're going to introduce her first. What are you up to, Haley? What are you up to?
Just at home. I have a job. I'm not a bum, but
Okay, she does
but it's
work.
okay not to have a job.
It's not okay not to have a job. We need to have a job and make money. So, what we want to talk about first of all is introduce. Well, let's talk about her childhood, growing up, and what it was like growing up with a fit family. So, like I had mentioned before, I've always been into fitness. I've always exercised, even through pregnancies. Exercise has always been part of the plan. But with the kids growing up, we've always tried to keep them active and fit. Well, we've tried. So Haley started karate and cheer when she was about 8 or 9 years old. Competitive cheer. We had an instance where she actually hit the floor. Her hit the floor.
What? Oh, yeah.
Because she was small. She was the small one, so she was always the one being thrown up in the air. So at that time, she was very physically active. She had crazy biceps and quads. And what was life like exercising so much when you were in school?
I need to think. Now everything just went out of the window. How do you just...
Okay, so I can edit all these clips. It's not like...
you leave it all in. I don't know how to edit, actually.
Okay, so how did you feel being in karate and competitive cheer when you were in school? Like, was it tough? Like, what did it feel
I
like?
didn't want to be in karate. You guys made me, right? Remember?
Yes.
Because I was really uncoordinated.
Okay, so I think the reason you guys started karate, though, was because Ethan had a temper.
Yeah.
And we needed to figure out, like, an outlet to get...
Oh, yeah, he had anger issues.
We needed to channel his anger issues. So, of course, if we're going to put her in. So before she started karate, she had like 2 left feet and she was like so uncoordinated at the time. And karate just helped pull her together, which really helped along the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay, Haley, I need you to talk a little bit more.
Well, I don't know what to talk about.
Well, we're not going to talk. Okay, so just pretend like the camera's not there. So how did you feel being in karate and cheer and me pushing you to be physically active? Did you like it? Did you not like it?
I mean, I didn't like it at first, and then it was like fun, and then I got I guess when I got older, it was more fun. But looking back at it now, I was like always super busy because like right after school, it was like, okay, I gotta go to karate from this time to this time. Leave early, go to cheer, get picked up like at 8 something, and then knock out. And that was like all week, except weekends.
And then you add on top of that you were an A student.
Yeah. Well, B. A, B. Middle school, it dropped.
Something happened in middle school.
Something happened in middle school was not it. Got harder. And I was always like in advanced classes. Well, advanced math.
She was always really good with numbers. And we saw that. There was a lot of potential with Haley. So one of the big things between her and my son was that we had really high standards for her. And it was always like, you need to get those A's because I felt she could do better. You're not a C student, you're an A student. Ethan, on the other hand, he hated school, never did work. And I was like, dude, you just need to pass. I just need you passing. So she was always upset, like, why do I have to get the 90s and he gets away with the 70s? And I'm like, you guys are on different standards. Like, you're up here, and I know your potential. Ethan's a little down here. We just need to...
That's a little hard to understand is when I was like 9, that was...
What happened when you were 9?
Well, I remember getting in trouble like in 4th grade. How old are you in like 4th grade? Like 8?
Probably.
Like 8. And I remember I'd always get 80s. I got like 170. And you're like... and she went to go talk to my teachers, try to figure out what my problem was. I was just like...
What? I don't remember.
Yes,
what?
got so mad at me, and I was just in the car. And it was progress report, too. It wasn't even a report card.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I waited in the car for you, and you went to go talk to my teachers, and and you were like, it's because you talk too much.
Haley, you need to stop talking in class. You need to get to your mom.
Talking. None, not here. I love talking.
Okay, so, but it wasn't that bad though because everything tied in when you were in high school, right? Because in high school you were in color guard, and color guard was super fun. She made officer. I mean, considering that we pushed you a lot in middle school, all of that came into play in high school.
Yes, but it also affects like the failure point of it. Like if you do fail, it's like super hard for me. Like I don't want to talk about it because what if one of the color guard girls see it and they're like, oh, my little baby, she's crying because of it.
Let's not be bullies, guys. Okay, so
Let's not be bullies.
Let's not be bullies. Okay, so along with being in color guard to try out for officer, there's going to be failures. There's going to be stuff that happens, but that helps to build that character and makes you stronger as you get older, right? So as teenagers, failures, like what was the failures that happened in color guard?
Well, like officer is basically like those captains and the leader. Sorry, guys.
Teenagers and their cell phones, take them off.
The leaders and stuff. There's like different ranks. So there's like lowest is like lieutenants, and then your co-captains and your captains. I was like captain for a good while, and then I tried out for officer, and then I got like lieutenant. And I came home and I cried. And it was like, come on, you still got officer. I was like, yes, but I didn't get like the highest one. I felt like a failure.
Ooh, we had our first failure, which is really hard.
It's like if I don't get first place, then what was the point?
So like Ethan says, if you're not first place, it's a participation trophy.
Yeah.
So she went from being captain to then first lieutenant. And that was hard though, because not to throw anybody under the bus, but she still had a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
That we're taking on, which is a whole other story.
That we can't talk about.
We're not
for legal reasons.
Yeah, so we're not even gonna go there. But
and then even in sorry,
no, go ahead.
But even like in karate, I don't know if I still have them. I think they might be in like storage. Someone threw it away. I had like always first place trophies from karate.
Oh, she did win like a 6-foot trophy at one of the competitions.
Yeah, it was like taller than me.
Yes, yeah. So it was a huge trophy, and she was like a badass. So what I really liked about that point, though, was that you did competitive cheer and karate. So we've got pictures where she looks really pretty in her cheer uniform, makeup, just super dolled up, and then we have her in karate uniform with the pose, and I have the picture, looking fierce, right? So she was like a badass where she could kick butt. And I remember when we would have your karate sessions and they would kick you in the stomach and you'd be like, oh, and I'd be like, suck it up, baby, suck it up, breathe. And she
was a big girl too.
It was a big girl, would like kick her.
I'm a very, it was so small. Like in middle school, I hadn't reached 5 foot, and some of these girls were like huge, and they were like chunky too. And I would be forced to even go on Saturdays because those were sparring days.
We had to.
So I'm like, Mom, I don't want to go on the weekend. And you're like, come on, Haley, you have to spar. And I'm like, that's okay. And I get my ass whipped sometimes by these big girls.
She would. And I was like, suck it up, Haley, get back in there.
And I even remember, like, I got my nails done on my birthday, and I went to sparring, and this girl, like, poof, like, kicked my nails off.
There go the nails.
Ooh, and all the nails were all over the floor, and everyone was like, ooh.
I told you not to get the nails. I'm like, they're going to come off, dude. Like, you can't do it. But I think overall, you know,
how many black eyes I've gotten from color guard?
Yeah, she got hit in the face with the
rifle.
With the rifle.
They were both from rifles. One was like junior, the other was senior.
There were some serious injuries, and I remember her saying like, "Mom, I think I need to go home." I'm like, "I think you're fine." And then she sends me a video, and I was like, "Yeah, no, you need to come home. That does not look good." I mean, she had a big old thing, but nonetheless, high school, middle school, pushing her, you know, to be active and all that built up now to this beautiful, successful 18-year-old who has a job and has done great and has had a few failures.
Self-employment, by the way.
Self-employed, making some really good money at this point at 18 is insane. And she's built that level of responsibility that I think when you're in sports in high school, you know, she may not have known it then.